So Ron, a question came in to me the other day, and I did answer it, but I'm gonna let you answer it on the Hangout here. Sorry, I didn't warn you. Is a medical grade surge suppressor absolutely necessary?
It's absolutely recommended. I don't know if it's in the latest Mandalay manuals or not, but it's
It
pretty
is.
much it is.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's always been in there, and it's not. They might say medical grade, but the actual term, from what I understand, is hospital grade or HG. They are built to very intense specifications for medical equipment. You're hooking a human body up to the system, right? So you want every bit of protection that you can get. I just recently had a friend of mine, not with the device, but her computer just died one day and had no idea why. No indication, no power outage, no nothing. But her computer took on a serious power surge that not only wiped out her motherboard, but it wiped out her SSD drive. So there is absolutely no recovery of any data on her drive. Now, that had to be pretty severe power surge, but there was no indication of it. Okay. What would have happened if there was a human body attached to a device and through the harness sitting there with that kind of a power surge? I don't know. I certainly wouldn't want to try it. Right. So you see the point is electricity can do some strange things. So, if you're seeing strapped in clients or you yourself are strapped in. I don't know how many hospital grade surge protectors I have, like 8 of them. I have all of my equipment on hospital grade surge protectors. You know why? Because I care about my equipment. Not that I'm hooking. I'm not a practitioner. I don't have people in the harness, but I care about my equipment, and that's why I spend the extra money and get the better equipment.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's still in our user manual, and it is a high grade, especially for those of you that do go to your clients and see your clients at their space, so you don't really know what is their power like.
Exactly.
And then I was making this comment to the person that over the years we've seen people with some problems where they have their equipment plugged in their office into they have a surge suppressor plugged into the wall. However, on the other side of the wall might be an appliance, and the way electrical is run in the walls, there's the wires are pulled from the box through the wall, and then a little, you know, the wire will get pulled to the outlet on the other room on this side of the wall, and then also gets pulled to the outlet that's literally right opposite it in the drywall on this side of the room. And if they have an appliance there that's a electricity hog, we've had this happen where people have had on one side of the wall a refrigerator or a furnace or something, and those should be on their own separate wires, but sometimes things get DIY'd in an inappropriate way. And so what was happening was, as that refrigerator was being an electricity hog because it was cooling things, and then it stopped, it uh, the biofeedback system was plugged into an outlet on that same breaker, and it took a big surge. But also, while the refrigerator was pulling on power, it was causing what we call a brownout, which means we're supposed to have 120 volts, 110 to 120 volts going to our outlets. Brown though is where you're only getting about 85 to 89, where it's low because laptops have batteries in them. They can be kind of okay and buffer that, but where the laptop has a hard time is where that fridge stops pulling the power, and all of a sudden there's this massive surge of electricity, which I find so interesting that happens, but it does. So having that hospital grade surge suppressor is 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 critical. Like I said, especially if you're going to people's homes.
And again, they're not bulletproof either. You know, there's still a possibility of things happening, but it's way better. The specifications are uh so I use the word tight, you know, but they're just so much higher quality built into the surge protector that you're going to get a better response. And you know what? Most people are just using, you know, we got a video. I don't know if Stephanie wants to post that video or she already did, where I went over all the different kinds of surge protectors and power strips and different things that there are and how you can tell one from the other. Most people are just using a cheap power strip, which is absolutely worse than just plugging it into the outlet. So you know, there's a big value to the hospital grade surge protector. Huge value.